Hello everyone, I hope you had a great weekend. Okay, so I'm covering this part as an optional part. It means that this part will not be included in the SPSS exam and maybe in your final exam or something. But I'm covering this video or covering this part because is another option. Maybe you can try to create some continuous variable, I mean metric variable from some unique set of the categorical variables. So this is totally optional, but if you have some difficulty in finding dependent variable, which are some continuous variable or metric variable, you can use this way. I'm not sure why my video is not working, but maybe you don't need to follow. All right, so let's suppose that you are interested in some abortion index or abortion issue. So the A banning a woman, if abortion is required or if they are agreeing about the abortion, if the woman wants for any reason. So that is coded as one. So one is yes, so they are agreeing about the abortion, and two is coded as no, they are not agreeing about the abortion. So maybe we can see others. Okay, so yes and no, that is coded as 1 and 2. This variable is as well yes and no if the baby has if the pregnant baby, I mean the baby in the womb, if they have the strong chance of the serious defect, maybe they are agreeing about the abortion or something. So we can see some parent that if the variable is coded as 1, if the answer is 1, that's about the agreeing about the abortion, and if they coded as 2, that is not agreeing about that. So it means that the people are not agreeing about the operation. So there are other variables as R has a moral opposition to the that's nothing. Okay, so A B more if they are married but no more, so they if they don't wanna have more children. Okay, this variable is if they have low income. Wrong for a woman getting married. No, it's not good. Okay, so if the pregnancy was a result of the rape, maybe yes and no. And if they are not married, so like that. So maybe we can try to find some variables. So AVANI maybe and AVD fact, and what was the another variable? Okay, so this is another one. So this is coded as 1 and 2. So I'm just finding some variable coded in the same way. A, B, H, L, T, H. Okay, and A, B, no more. So they want to have no more. Maybe no more. And A, B, poor. So which is the whether they are not very wealthy to have more babies. And then AB rape. AB rape if the pregnancy was caused by the rape, and if they are not married. So out of wedlock, they are if AB single. So we have some variables 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 variables about their attitude about the abortion. So we have those things. So they are all variables of the let me see. No. What is this? What is this? Is it the cleaning my Zoom? Okay. All right, so maybe there was nothing why it was not working. All right, so we have 7 variables of the about the abortion. Okay, so let me try. So in this case, we can use the count values within cases. It means that we want to count some specific answers. So in those variables, number 1, I mean the yes was agreeing about the suicide and agreeing about the abortion, and coded as 2, there was so no, they are not agreeing about the abortion. It means that if we collect some answers answered as 1, as yes to the aversion, those kind of aversions in those situations, we can create some number variable. I mean, we can create some metric variable, just counting or just collecting some answers answered as yes about about agreeing about the aversion. So the target variable is aversion index, and the target label is index of aversion index variable. Okay, and maybe A Benny, AB defect. So just counting. We are just finding some counting the available variables. AB health. Okay. AB no more. Okay, no more babies. Okay, no more babies. AB poor. They are too poor to have more babies. And AB rape, if the pregnancy was caused by rape, and AB single. Okay, so now we collected all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 variables and defining values. So we are counting. So we are counting some answers coded as 1, numeric number 1, because they are yes. So answering yes of those all questions. So 1 and continue. Okay, so one important thing is there should be no missing value. It means that maybe you can forget about it. Maybe if it is very hard to understand or it's challenging, but the reason why I'm doing this process is excluding the missing value. So, for example, so we are counting the number 1 as agreeing about the aversion. So the higher numbers counted will mean that the people or the respondent is more likely to agree about the aversion in those cases in any conditions. Maybe the lower number of the scores. So it means that the people didn't answer as yes to those questions, for example. But it means that if they didn't answer those questions, maybe the missing value, inapplicable, or don't know, those kind of questions will be also excluded in those counts. And the FPSS program will perceive that maybe they are not agreeing about the aversion. But that's not true, because if they answered no, that is right. But if they didn't answer those questions, we don't know about that. Maybe they were agreeing about the aversion or something, but they just didn't want to answer. Maybe that's a possibility. So we are just excluding those ones. So the n-miss function is a number of missing value. So number of missing value in our variable. So a any, AB defect. So we are just finding so same variable. So we need to differentiate it by comma. AB defect and AB health, okay, comma. So we have here, let's see here, AB no more, okay, comma, AB poor, comma, AB rape, comma, AB single. Okay, so number of missing value of all those variables should be 0. It means that we don't have a missing value here. Okay, and continue. Alrighty. So we can see those variables here are here, and okay. Okay, so if we go bottom of the list, so there's aversion index variable. So as we found, as we counted from 7 variables, it should have the 7 as the maximum value. So let me move this. Oh, no, not this. Okay. Okay, so let's check. So the minimum value or minimum score should be 0. So it means that they didn't, some people answered no to all of the aversion questions, and the maximum score should be 7, because out of 7 questions they answered yes to all the aversion questions. So okay, so 0 through 7, maybe, yeah, that's the score, so that's correct. And there is another test whenever you create. So whenever you create the index variable, you need to go to analyze and the reliability analysis. So in this case, we need to put all the variables: A B any, A B defect, and A B health, A B no more, A B no more, okay, A B poor, A B rape, okay, A B single. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 7, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, alpha statistics. We can. Okay. All right. So the Cronbach alpha. So if the reliability statistics, I mean the Cronbach alpha is higher than 0.7, it means that we can create. So those measure, I mean the index measure is reliable. So you can use that index variable as your dependent variable or your independent variable, whatever. Okay, so by using this measure, you can try to see that. And maybe this is, as you could see, this is the continuous variable, metric variable. You can use this variable as your dependent variable of the independent sample t-test if you have two groups. So for example, compare means independent sample t-test, sex variable. Okay, test. Oh, no. This is one sample t-test. Compare means independent sample t-test. Maybe you can. So you must choose the variable, the dichotomous variable. So if you use any variable, add the categorical or continuous variable over having more than 3 categories or something, that's wrong. That's totally wrong. So aversion index. Okay, and options, maybe we can try to use that. Okay, 1 and 2 and aversion index. So we are just checking whether whether male or female have whether male or female people have some different mean of the aversion index score. Okay, and let me enlarge a little bit. Let me move this. All right, so yeah, there is a statistical significant difference. So maybe male also interestingly, maybe male are more likely to agree about the abortion compared with the female. So okay, maybe that's possible. Okay, so that's the example. And maybe we can use ANOVA if we have more than 3 categories. Okay. So where is ANOVA? Okay, one ANOVA. And maybe we can use the degree variable because it has more vectors, okay? And aversion index is here. Post to hook, yes, maybe you can do Tukey and Chaffee. Contrast, maybe you don't need to do that. Okay. All right, so here it is. Okay, so p-value is below 0.05. So we can know that at least, so the null is everything same, every group has same, every degree groups have the same level of the mean score of the aversion index, but anyway, at least one degree group has the different mean score of the index score. So we can compare the post-hook tests like that. Okay. So maybe there are 3 groups. So less than high school and high school people, they are something. And maybe the junior college and the bachelor's degree probably. And the bachelor's degree and the graduate degree, there are some specific groups. So, okay. So by using these variables, and maybe we are covering, I will be covering correlation and the regression later, maybe this week. And the condition of the correlation is the correlation. If you want to use the correlation, your independent and dependent variable should be a metric variable. So maybe you can use that. And for the regression, your dependent variable must be metric variable. So by using this index measure, you can try to create the metric variable based on those categorical variables. So that's one possibility, but this part will not be included as mandatory because this is just optional, and some advanced optional skill or technique by using SPSS programs. So it's totally up to you, but if you want to use this method for your final paper, please let me know and please check with me. Please check with me because I already covered this part as a calculation in the process part, but I want to make sure you are in the right track. Okay, so correct track. Okay, so that's about it. And please let me know if you have any questions about this measure. Okay, thank you and see you soon.